think just about here would be perfect.
Do you think it's a good idea, Derek? I thought we'd agreed that the back garden should be ornamental, with shrubs, flowers and the pond.
No, I just want to grow some show turnips that I can keep my eye on, 24 hours a day if necessary.
Well, I can't for the life of me think who'd be interested in a trench full of turnips.
Morning.
Oh, she had a good enough voice, can't deny that, but as for anything else...
I know what you mean. Yeah, I know. Things have changed, haven't they, since you and me were taking them by storm?
Since we what? It's not just your hair that's gone, is it? Your memory's not so brilliant either.
But...
Oh, you booked us in some right grotty holes.
Oh, now, come on. All right, I mean, there might have been one or two that turned out to be below expectations. But I didn't do so bad by you, no.
Hey, we had some laughs, can't deny that.
Yes, Mr. Elliot.
It's all right, baby. So I want to just reach her on,
Oh, well, she's all yours. It's time I was on my way.
Well, if you have to dash, don't let me stop you, but kettle's just boiled.
Go on, then. You've twisted my arm. I don't suppose 10 minutes will make much difference.
I suppose that's my cue to go and brew up.
Well, seeing as you're offering, yes. Yes, Fred.
Just wanted to pack her to these.
That's it.
For now.
Thank you.
So you're managing all right on your own?
Well, I'm not on my own. I've got social services, and I've got some very good neighbours.
I make sure she wants for nothing, even though I am living over the road for now.
For now?
Well, just while things are sorted out, you know. But thanks for your concern. But we're doing very nicely, thank you, both of us.
Well, if I can be of any help...
Thank you, Ellie. That's very good of you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Nosy old bat.
She was only being neighbourly.
She was poking her nose into matters that are no concern of hers.
Thank you.
What for?
For not shouting from the rooftops about what's happened.
Well, why would I want to do that? It's nobody's business but yours.
It's never stopped you in the past.
That was because I thought it was for your own good. But it's different now. You're doing very nicely. The way you handled that woman yesterday proved that.
Still don't know what got into me.
Well, I do. It wasn't that woman that got to you, was it? It wasn't Reg Oldsworth. I know how much you've always wanted a child. And here was that stranger carrying his baby. That's what gave you the strength.
Perhaps you're right.
There's no perhaps about it. As soon as you told me, I knew how you felt. When I thought about what Reg Oldsworth had done to you, I wanted to strangle him with my bare hands. But what good would that have done? They say where there's no sense, there's no feeling.
You're right. That's exactly how I felt. Oh, silly, really. Because it could have never happened for me and Reg. I'm too old.
And you should be grateful that it didn't. There's nothing I'd have liked better than for you to have given me a grandchild. But I'd never forgiven you if you'd been responsible for bringing a young Reg Oldsworth into the world.
Right,
Thanks, love.
Cheers.
Hey, Billy could have served him, you know.
He's just helping out.
There's a funny thing about my Bill, you know. The more you try and help him out, the more he can't manage on his own.
Pint, please, Raquel.
Billy, come on.
What? Right. Oh, Victor, is it?
That's right, yeah.
Has he made a start, then?
Sorry?
Derek,
On what?
preparing the soil for these prize turnips of his.
Oh, yeah, he was out there first thing this morning.
They think they can grow prize vegetables. He's got no chance. He hasn't got the feel for it.
You've done it.
Well, look how many years' experience I've had. And you know how canny you got to be.
Oh, yeah, you don't have to tell me, not where I come from. Don't learn it all from books, eh?
Exactly.
So how do you think you should go about it, then?
You were busy.
I were only chatting to Ali.
Well, what I want to say was a bit private, anyway. You know, we talked about the possibility of going on a trip to York.
Yes?
Well, I just happen to have a couple of tickets for a coach Sunday. And don't worry, it's just for the day.
Well, I am off on Sunday. Thank you, Fred.
You come?
Well, somebody's got to help you to eat them mints you got for coach.
What's going on?
We're stripping the place while nobody's looking. She'd make a few bob on the scrap market. It's not a word to Baldwin, eh? I'll make it worth your while.
I take it you're joking.
I'm sorry to disappoint you. It's all legit.
So what are you doing here?
I'm cleaning the place. Well, I will do when these two have done.
I thought it was young MacDonald's place.
Not anymore, eh? Gone out of business.
Have they? Well, it doesn't surprise me. Because they never did strike me as the sort to make a go of anything.
So this is what I'm paying you for, is it? To stand around talking to blokes like him?
Don't blame me. He was the one that came over for a nosy.
But I'm looking after your interests. They could be stealing everything, the lot.
Well, now you know the score, perhaps you'll let her get on with her work and start earning the money I'm paying her.
You know, sometimes I wonder why I bother. I really do.
What do you think, then?
A couple of hours?
And you'll be finished?
I should be able to start.
There you go.
Ah, thanks, Raquel. So, how's married life treating you then?
Oh, smashing.
Well, you certainly got off to a good start.
Oh.
Honeymoon cruise. Start as you mean to go on, that's what I always say. And you wouldn't find better than Sunliner's finest.
Alec, we ended up working all the time.
Not all the time. Come on, you've got to admit, it was an unforgettable experience.
Well, yes, I'll give you that.
Yeah. Mind you, it must have been a bit of a shock to the system, you know, coming back to Earth.
I'm not with you.
Well, swapping five-star luxury on the high seas for round here.
Well, you should know. You know where tips go, do you?
Tips?
Well, if somebody says take it for yourself, just take 10p and stick it in pot, right?
Oh, don't worry, Betty mentioned it.
Good restaurant, were it?
Restaurant?
Where you went last night?
Oh, we didn't go to a restaurant.
Oh, right. I must have got hold at wrong end of the stick. I thought you'd gone out for a meal.
We did eat.
But not in a restaurant.
Went to a club.
Club?
Folk do, you know.
A bit pricey, isn't it?
Depends who you know.
And you know someone?
Alec does.
Do you mind if I join you?
We were just going, as it happens.
Sit yourself down. He might have to dash off, I don't.
Well, perhaps a few minutes won't make any difference.
Hey, nothing wrong with that, Billy lad.
I should hope not, indeed.
You're really taking to this, aren't you?
Oh, aye. It's beginning to grow on me.
You fancy one yourself?
Well, that's very kind of you, Des. I'll just have the half.
Hey, it made me feel my age, I can tell you.
Last night, did?
Oh, come on. That girl couldn't hold a candle to you. You had more class in your little finger than she had in her whole body.
Had?
Oh, still do. Still do. Thanks for coming in, Aaron. Still value your opinion, you know.
And there's me thinking you were after some else.
Oh, well, thanks for the compliment. My age, I don't think I know what to do. It was quite like the old times, wasn't it? We must do it again sometime, soon.
Well, you know me, Alec. Never say no to a free dinner.
You're very quiet, Fred. No tail in you, is there? You haven't had a dodgy pyre out.
I'm fine, thank you.
Good. Same again, is it?
Maureen! Maureen! Telephone!
I can hear it.
Well, come on, look sharp.
Oh, I don't believe it.
Try 1471, they'll tell you who it was.
719
2
49
3
3 719
So it wasn't Red Jolesworth?
No, it was a solicitor. We had a lovely walk, didn't we? Bumped into Mandy Gorton in the park.
Mandy Gorton.
Redhead, had that ponytail made look about 12. Used to go out with Dave Austin.
Oh, right, right.
I was at college with her. She's working for a doctor and his wife now.
Living in, I suppose.
Yeah, she is.
I have been thinking about it, you know.
I didn't mention it 'cause of that. I just thought if you remembered who she was, you might be interested to know what she's doing. What have you been thinking?
Look, Kelly, if I seem to be dragging my feet over this, it isn't because the idea doesn't appeal to me. I can see there are definite advantages. But there are certain things that have to be considered.
Like what?
Well, like what your parents are going to think.
Yes. Yes, well, thank you very much. Bye-bye, yeah.
Well, come on, what's happened?
He's agreed. Reg has accepted the offer.
So what? That's what you wanted.
Oh, yes, I did. But he could have taken a bit more time about it. Can't wait to see the back of me, can he?
All I'm saying to you, Derek, is that growing prize vegetables is not for everybody. And I suggest to you, you ask yourself the question, is it for you?
Oh, yes. Because it's not just about growing prize turnips, is it? It's about hope, ambition, prestige.
Look, if this is all you're going to talk about, these turnips, then I might as well go home.
Oh, no, Mavis, no, I want you here.
What for?
Because this concerns you just as much as me. It's for both of us, an interest. Sharing the delights of nurturing our very own root vegetables to perfection.
If this is all you're going to talk about in future, it seems to me that I have spent some of the best years of my life nurturing a root vegetable to perfection.
Are you going to serve the customers? Are you going to stand there nattering all night?
Oh, I'm sorry, Betty, it's my fault.
Oh.
Sherry, Mavis.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, and half a bitter, please.
Sherry,
Billy.
half a bitter.
Hey, that'll do. We don't want any of that carrying on here. What will the other customers think?
I'm not planning on doing it to other customers.
Good.
Well, come on then, let's see some action.
When I see some respect.
A pint of bitter, please, Cherub.
Of course you can.
Oh, thanks. And one for yourself, Billy.
Well, that is very kind of you, Derek. I shall just have to half.
Love, everything seems to be under control now, so I'm nipping in the back for a bit. I'm going to make myself a bit of tea. You know, put my feet up.
Very wise, dear, very wise.
You'll get all of your head in a minute.
Hey, keep your eye on them too.
Oh, they're all right.
For now.
You're right, Billy, lad.
Huh? Oh, couldn't be better. Couldn't be better.
Do you want anything with the wine? Mineral water?
No, I'm fine, thanks.
Yeah, fine, thanks. It's all good stuff. Very keen on quality control here. All has to be passed personally by the management.
Oh, you are disgusting.
I know, yeah. I do my best. Well, cheers. Here's to the future.
The future.
You and Becky are very close, aren't you?
Yeah, we are. We've got so dependent on each other this past 18 months. Since Jeff... Her dad going like that, it's her really hard. She was only 11. It was a bad time for her. There were lots of things changing in her life. New school, new friends, physical changes. Thank God she's got her feet on the ground.
Can't have been easy.
No. But, you know, we seem to have pulled through and she's settled in really well at school. She's got some good friends. She loves sport. And the guides. She's got a fuller life than I have.
So, when do I get to meet her? She does know about me.
I just have to be careful. Pick the right moment.
Where does she think you are tonight?
Out? With a friend.
And how long before she finds out that this friend of yours is a fella? But then she's going to wonder why. Why you kept it a secret from her. She'll see me as a threat because you feel guilty about it.
I don't feel guilty.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to hustle you. It's just trying to be helpful. I thought if me and you were going to carry on seeing each other, well, she's going to meet me sooner or later. Still, you know your own daughter best.
Do you know when I realised that it was all over between me and Reg? That I no longer wanted him?
When that girl turned up with a bun in the oven.
When she told me all the things that he'd said to her. All the promises he'd made. All the things he'd said about me. I realised I'd heard it all before. Reggie's little merry-go-round had come a full circle. I knew it was time for me to get off.
So, when are you coming back home, then?
There you are, Fred.
And have one yourself.
Well, that's very kind of you, Fred. I'll just have the half.
Cheers. You're not expecting anyone?
Like who?
Rita.
Oh, no, not tonight. Feel free.
Only, you two seem to be seeing a lot of each other.
Ah, well, we're best of pals, you know, me and Rita. Go back a long way. Yeah, she's always been a bit special.
How do you mean exactly special?
Well, she had star quality, you know. She could have gone right to the top.
Why didn't she?
Well, always letting fellas get in the way of her career. Something I could never understand, you know. How a woman as classy as Rita could attract such oddballs when it comes to men.
Thank you very much. Thank you. See you again. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you. Bye. Bye-bye.
Thank you. It's not just Becky, is it?
No.
Look, if you think I'm trying to move too fast...
It's not you, Des. No, you're very understanding. I feel comfortable with you. You're the first man that I have felt comfortable with. Well, since Jeff. But there's Jeff's mum and dad as well. I've got to think about them. They've been so good to me. And to both of us. We've all been there for each other. It comes as a great shock, you know, when someone who means so much to you is taken so suddenly. There's no illness, no time to, you know, prepare yourself mentally for the inevitable. One day everything's fine. You're making plans for the future, got your whole lives ahead of you. Then 3 hours later, there's a knock at the door, and your whole world is blown apart. You don't get over a thing like that overnight.
I know. I lost someone I thought the world of too.
What, your wife?
No, we weren't married. But we were close. The child was a baby then. Little Tommy.
Her child?
Yeah, he wasn't mine.
So what happened to him?
He's with his grandparents. So I do understand what you're going through.
To think. The only reason I decided to come out with you is because you make me laugh.
I'm not knocking the idea. I'm just saying that you've got to be 100% certain what you're getting into. I mean, have you thought what it's going to be like having a teenage girl living under the same roof?
It won't be the first time.
No, of course not. Tracy.
Exactly.
And heaven knows we had enough problems with her.
Kelly isn't Tracy.
No, but she's still a girl. A young woman. I mean, it'd be different if you were living in Tatton Hall or somewhere, but you're not. You're living in a 2 up and 2 down. You'll have no privacy, no time to yourself, no time on your own with Daniel. She'll be there. It'll be her home as well.
Well, we can work something out.
Wanting to use the bathroom at the same time, meeting her on the landing in your dressing gown. And what happens when you want your friends round? Or she wants her friends round? Girls her own age. Boys.
So what you're saying is forget it?
No. I just think you need to be absolutely sure what you're getting into. Because once she moves in, your life is never going to be the same.
What are you getting at, Fred?
Well, I just wanted to clarify the situation, that's all. I mean, if you and Alec Gilroy You know.
No, I don't know.
I've got something special going between you. I mean, I don't want to make a fool of myself, do I?
You couldn't make a bigger fool of yourself than what you're doing right now. There is nothing between me and Alec Gilroy. There never was anything between me and Alec Gilroy.
Well, that's all right then.
Well, I'm not so sure that it is.
Eh?
What gives you the right to decide who I should and shouldn't see?
No,
and if
that's
you think taking me on a day trip to York gives you some exclusive rights on me, then I think we'd better just forget it. I don't want to hear another word about it.
Rita,
I said forget it.
Very kind of you, Guy. I'll just have the...
What do you think you're playing at?
I'll just have a good drink with my friend.
Yeah, and he's not the first, is he? You've not put a brass farthing in that tips pot all evening. Oh, well, thanks a bunch, Billy. You might think Christmas has come early, but I happen to rely on those tips for me wage. And you could have said something.
Me? I am...
Now, please, no arguing. Little birds in their nests. See, people come into this place to enjoy themselves. Folk come in here to let their hair down.
There's not much chance of that in here, is there? Not unless you're going to bring in the dancing girls.
No, we can't do that.
No.
But we got a piano.
What good's a piano if nobody can play it?
I can.
Yeah, can you?
Certainly. You want the place livened up? You got it. That's just what this pub needs, a jolly good old-fashioned sing-pong.
Do you reckon this is a good idea?
Of course it is. You leave the man alone. Take it away, Billy.
It's the little boy that Santa Claus forgot. And goodness knows he didn't want to.
What the?
Some soldiers.
What's going on? Where's Billy?
His little heart when he found Santa.
What do you think you're playing at?
The piano, but
very good at it.
I'll give him good. Have you taken leave of your senses?
No, they're enjoying themselves.
Do you know what a fool you're making of yourself?
No, I don't know that one, but you want a few bars.
Get off. Come on, mind. There.
Oh, what are you doing that for?
Oh, no. How many have you had?
I just had the half.
And the rest. He hadn't taken one tip tonight, it's poured the lot down his throat.
I'll leave you alone for a minute.
I know, and don't think I haven't noticed, because I have, and I've missed you.
Oh, Billy. Get in the back.
Thanks for staying on.
Did myself a favour.
Oh?
Well, I've been able to get on with this lot. We can go out in the morning now.
Right, any phone calls?
Not for you, but I phoned my mum and dad.
That's all right.
About moving in here.
What?
Well, you were right. You do need to talk to them. So they're coming round for tea tomorrow.